So is this going to be a short one today? Oh, let's hope it's a short one today. Right? Hey everybody, welcome to episode, what is this? This is episode 74 of Low Tide, the official program for Rudeplanet, the website I hardly update anymore, and I'm your host. Yeah man, I really hope today's episode is short. You know, I had, the last episode I did was like 17 minutes long. And like, I've noticed like, well, the Metalhead box was like a 22-minute episode. And it got up there. And this one, you know, this one shot up. This one shot up, the last one shot up pretty high too. You know, whenever I do a mystery box or whatever, I do put links in the description, so it's good to check them out. And to sell my comic books boxes, I think they only had like less than 25 boxes, or what they told me. So they only have like 25 left before they go into season 3. So go check that out. They're only $30. Oh shit. So. You know, it's like one of these, I always go into these things and I think I don't have much to talk about. But, you know, like, I don't know if any of you have been, like, really following the whole Bad Idea Comics, a new company from yeah, anyway. The Bad Idea Comics. Basically, from the people that, you know, were, you know, pushed out of Valiant after it was taken over by most recent owners. Bad Idea Comics came out of that. And like, they had like a whole bunch of like almost rituals that comic book shops had to go through in order to carry their titles. Like, you couldn't sell any more than one comic per customer, that you could not, you could not sell them for anything higher than cover price for the first 30 days. And various other rules that a comic book shop would have to go through. And like, they only selected like 200 comic book stores to, you know, be providers of the comics. And I have to tell you, I've been curious from day one, mainly because I initially thought that the idea was kind of intriguing, but the more it started to roll out over last year, like with the whole hero trade thing, and like the hero trade ash can that went out, like sells for like $1,000 or some shit, and like yeah, you know, I've read some of the synopsis of like the stuff Bad Idea was going to be putting out, and like I really, you know, like find like the storylines rather intriguing. So like I've really been looking forward to that, and like I had like going as far as like pre-ordering all the titles, you know. So like I had pre-ordered like the first titles, Eniac. It was just finally released on Wednesday. And like before that, you know, like there were copies of Eniac ash cans being sold on eBay, and they're selling anywhere from like $50 to $300. And those ash cans were like, they weren't even like, you know, legal or legit ash cans. They were like, you know, promotional materials that were printed up by a comic book store. You know, so like they weren't even like you know, like anything official, you know. So like those you already sell for money. So you could already tell that Eniac #1 was going to be worth a shit ton of money on eBay. And like I've really been looking forward to the series. And you know, it is like the series Eniac is I guess the premise is that after when the atomic bombs were dropped during World War II, that the second bomb was actually dropped by an AI system, and that AI system is still intact, and you know is going to cause chaos or whatever. So yeah, great sounding premise written by Matt Kent, and like so I've been really looking forward to it. The other thing is, you know, the second side of this is like when I used to collect comic books back in the day, back in middle school, even before then, you know, I was collecting first editions of paperbacks and hardcovers. You know, like that was like my earliest collecting days, were like first editions. You know, so like I always like first editions, first prints. That's why I always collect, even, you know, stuff that I read. So like I had pre-ordered Eniac back in January, I think. It may have been a little bit early. I can't remember. I think it was just like in January, just about a month and a half ago. And like then between then and now, like Bad Idea had said, oh, we hadn't, you know, we only were able to print half of what we were initially going to print. So comic book stores were going to be short-sighted. And here's the thing, you know, it's like I would much rather prefer to buy it from a local comic book store. I'd love to buy it from the comic book store owner that I deal with. I'd love to do that. But like the closest I'd be able to get, you know, Bad Ideas, I have Phoenix. And like even then it's like you can't really find a place to buy it online. And like so like I pre-ordered it from elsewhere. Get an email today. I was afraid this was going to happen too. I got an email today that I wasn't going to be getting the first print. That I was going to be getting their not first print. And like, you know, that shoots my idea of, you know, collecting first prints of Eniac out of the table, or any, you know, it's like I'm assuming that, you know, things will be fixed by the time the rest of the series come out. But in any case, you know, it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to get the first print of Eniac, and I'm not going to pay $150 for a first print. You know, they make themselves out to be like, you know, this rebellious company that they're coming in like, you know, like they're going to disrupt the industry or whatever. But, you know, it's like they make it hard to get the comic and then you have to go out of your way. You almost have to, you know, perform some sort of ritual. And then the comic book stores, they're getting like, so like, how are they disrupting anything? How is any of this rebellious? So anyway, like, I did, you know, manage to extract my pound of flesh. I got, you know, some of the ash cans, you know, so at least I managed to do that. That, you know, it's like, yeah, whatever, man. Anyway, that's a lot of disappointment, but that goes into what I was going to say. I am going to be adding an additional program to the channel by the end of March, right around there, towards the end of March. It'll be like all review content. So when my not first print gets here, you know, I'll at least have a copy to review, you know, by next month. But man, it's like, you know, I refuse to spend, you know, like, unless it's like an investment book. If I'm buying something for a personal collection, I don't want to spend more than $50 at most for, you know, I don't consider modern books to be grails. And that's just the way it is. You know, I'll buy some expensive books for my collection. You know, it's like, if I think that, you know, then when I say collection for those, I mean, you know, those are the ones that, you know, I'll eventually flip for, you know, things I want. But anyway, that's that. Anyway, let's take a break. So, yeah. Am I recording? God damn it. Yes, I am. And you know, I want to reiterate to what I was saying last. I'm not blaming the comic book store that I pre-ordered from, because I know that they're into having to allocate, you know, what they get. You know, if they have like local customers and things like that, then, you know, it's like, you know, you're gonna end up you know, giving the comic books to, you know, people who are local. And that's priority, and that makes perfect sense. But, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, I am, tonight I'm unboxing, this is, let's get the thumbnail out of the way. Yeah. I want, before I say anything, I did not realize what I purchased when I purchased this particular mystery box right here. I'm out of boxes in the garage. I have a backup box, which I'm saving as a last resort, only because I know it's boring as fuck and it's not cape shit. But like, I had to make sure that I had something to unbox this week, I did a Google search. I looked for comic book mystery box Arizona, and this is what I bought. It was $30, and I knew if it was going to be in Arizona that there was a chance I'd get it right away, and I did. But like, okay, so like, it was from Gotham City Comics, Gotham City Comics out of Mesa, and the name of this box is it's a key collector mystery box. I had no idea that this was named after the app, and that's enough to make my skin itch a little bit, because I have some issues with that app in the first place. I think that, you know, like, well, it's a very useful app when you're out in the field. It has generated a lot of FOMO. It's generated a lot of FOMO and has indirectly inflated a lot of prices, I think. And so, like, I have some issues with the key collector app. Not to say that I wouldn't have tried this box anyway, but like, I guess that this box, every comic in this box is mentioned on the key collector app in some way. So like, every comic in this box is a minor key. Some of the stuff that is mentioned on the key collector app is a little bit, but that's besides the point. Regardless, Oh, there's an ice cream truck coming by. I was like, what the hell is that? It's starting to get dark. I'm filming this earlier than I normally would, so it's the reason why, I'm not used to hearing sounds outside. Okay. Anyway, there's 6 books in this. It cost $30. It seemed like the perfect storm. It's like I needed a box right away. It's a couple hours away. I should get it, and I did. So beggars can't be choosers. And this is a box I probably would have tried out any other time. As I said, I just have I have just a couple fundamental issues with the Key Collector app. Here's a tip about the Key Collector app, because so many people use it. If you get a notification about news about a comic book on the Key Collector app, don't buy that comic, because that is when all the bots and all the things go out and scour eBay and buy up every copy and drive the price up. If you get a notification, that is time to sell, not time to buy. So anyway, what we got here? I think we have a poster. Yeah, that's what it is. Let's Oh, okay. We got a Maestro poster. It's a big one, too. Let's see if I can hold that up for you. So I got a big ass Maestro poster. I don't collect modern Marvel, as many of you know, so plus something this size would take up a large portion of this wall. So I'm gonna set this aside. I'll figure out a use for that. So anyway. 6 books, so hopefully this means a short episode tonight. I had already eaten up 10 minutes on that bad idea rant. Come on, I didn't want to talk any shit about bad idea. In principle, I actually kind of like some of the stuff that they're doing, but at the same time, man, it's I'm part of the audience. I'm a Valiant collector and all that, but anyway, I'm not going to pay that much for a fucking book, man. Just not going to do it. Graded maybe, but anyway, let's get started. So we have Green Lantern #2. This is the season 1 of the Grant Morrison run. I've read the first 6 or 7 issues of this, and I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. I dropped off of it. I can't remember why I dropped off of it. It just, I thought that it came during a time when it was maybe just a bit cost prohibitive to have so much stuff in my subscription box. So I've been always meaning to go back and read the rest of the Morrison run, but yeah, that's that. What is that? So we got Star Wars Darth Vader #7. I don't know, man. So what the hell is this? It's Uncanny X-Men. I couldn't read it there for a second. Uncanny X-Men #401. So and then good God. Okay, so we got We got X Factor number 71. Your guess is as good as mine. And then, okay. This definitely falls into key collector. We got key collector stuff. Remember last year, after it was announced that, was it last year or the year before? I don't know the timeline, but remember when this was a big deal, the Batman versus Predator? Because now that Marvel owns Predator, there'll never be another crossover with Batman again. And so this was on Key Collector app, and it was on Comic Tom and a couple other things, and I think this shot up to ridiculous amounts. So yeah, this is definitely a Key Collector book. I think it's I've not paid attention to the price, but I imagine that cooled off pretty fast. I bet you it has. Okay. So I'm happy to have this. It's not worth a lot either. It is the Marvel release of the Human Fly number 1. So yeah, that is definitely going into my personal collection. I'm very pleased with that. I'm very pleased with that. So yeah, that's that. So, it's not a bad box. Not a bad box for $30. It's not a bad box. There's a lot of stuff in there that I don't want. There's a lot of stuff in there that I don't want, but there's a few, I'm keeping that Batman versus Predator. It's even if the price has reduced, it's I'm not going to go out of my way for something like that. I still consider that dollar bin book. But I'm happy to have that, and the Human Fly is definitely going into my PC. But yeah, it's not bad. It's a $30 box. I'm going to take their word for it that everything else in there is, a minor key of some sort. So that's that. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to thank all the new subscribers. Man, this morning, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. The subscribers on my channel is up to 350 subscribers. 350 subscribers. Then by 8 o'clock in the morning, it was down to 344. And then by the afternoon, it was up to 345. So YouTube has been kind of wacky too. I've noticed comments disappearing and things like that. But I wish I could figure any of that shit out. Anyway, so March giveaway. This month I am giving away a copy of Thor number something print. A Virgin variant signed by Donnie Cates. It is a CGC signature series slab 9.8. And then we're also still pushing for 500 subscribers. I'm going to be giving away for that the Amazing Spider-Man number 55 Virgin variant signed by Patrick Gleason. So that's worth a little bit of cash. I'll be giving that away once we reach 500 subscribers. The rules for the March giveaway are: you must be subscribed, you must comment on a March video, and be a U.S. resident. If you're not a U.S. resident, if you have arrangements, then maybe we can work something out. But beyond that, it's things are cost prohibitive to ship overseas. The rules for the 500 subscriber. We're getting there. I'm going to have to figure out exactly how that contest is going to work. That'll have to factor in here fairly soon. But yeah, thank you to all the new subscribers. It's I'm really, really heartened by all the kind words and all the support that this channel's gotten. And yeah, we're only going to be going forward from here. I don't have any news about any of my writing yet. I'm still figuring something out, man. You know, like when you're creating something, sometimes there's a piece that's missing, and that's like, I'm working on a novella right now, and there's a piece that's missing from it. And once I figure that out, I think I can hammer that novella out in a fairly short amount of time. I was hoping to have it done by now, but yeah, there's just a little something missing from the narrative that I'm not figuring out. When I do, we'll get that out the door. So anyway, that is that. I tend to do episodes Tuesdays and Fridays. I'm sparse about, content, so whether I do something on Tuesday or not, I don't know yet. I'll leave a comment I'll leave a comment somewhere if I don't. But that's that. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you again. If I don't see you on Tuesday, I'll see you on Friday.